Welcome back to ISTE. Adobe for Education is here at ISTE Live in New Orleans, Louisiana. We had a great first day of the conference. Adobe had a kickoff party at the Contemporary Art Museum here in New Orleans, and Al was there as well. How was the party last night?
It was an amazing party. It was great to finally get an opportunity to see people I haven't seen in years. So to be able to see smiling faces, excited to be able to jump in and learn to. So it was an amazing party. I'm looking forward to the next few days.
Yeah, me too. And it's been so long since we've been able to see each other in person and so many of our other educator friends here at ISTE. And I know, Al, you, since we last saw each other in person, have transitioned over to a new role at ISTE, focusing on ed tech industry. So can you tell me a little bit more about your role and what you focus on?
Yeah, so the work I'm doing now is primarily centered around bringing together ed techs and getting them to create better products to ultimately help students be successful in the classroom. So we had an incredible event on the first day of ISTE where we had an opportunity to bring together roughly about 85 companies and about 170 individuals to be able to talk through where the industry's at and where the industry should be going to better support students in the classroom. So some of the feedback that we saw was really exciting to be able to hear that ed techs are really working to be able to build better products and really listen to educators, and which is probably why they're here at ISTE, to be able to really have those boots on the ground to be able to connect with educators.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially being at an ed tech company as well, having that opportunity to connect with other product leaders, connect with educators so that we can all work together to help build a better product roadmap for teachers. So excited to kind of continue to collaborate in that work. And being here at ISTE, what are some of the things that you're excited about this week?
Well, I think like the first night with with being able to connect with smiling faces that are excited to be able to connect in person again. That was a truly great thing to be able to have. I think on the other side of that, it's all of the amazing advancements within the field. We've seen where things like AI has really taken off. We've seen Web3 has been a really big focus. All of these technologies that may not be quite where we want them to be for our students, but it's that being able to see where we're going and what we're going to be able to see in the future and what our students are going to be able to have at their fingertips is really exciting.
It'll be incredible to see what the classroom looks like in the next few years as students are being prepped even for industry, for the roles of the future. So I know as a part of that, Al, you also created a graphic using our remixable template. So can you tell me a little bit about that process and what you highlighted on there?
Well, first of all, Adobe Express is one of my favorite tools, and what I love most is the fact that I can easily bring it up on my cell. Yeah. And one of the things, which you can see here, is I got a chance to be able to share some of the things that I love about my time here while I'm at ISTE. This is my 9th year with being able to attend ISTE, so it feels like the time has flown by. Yeah. And one of the things I am excited, like I mentioned, is being able to see all the advancements and the new technologies that are coming down the pipeline. Getting an opportunity to photograph this amazing city, yeah. And getting out with educators on photo walks and being able to just take in the sights and be able to have those moments to be able to really capture the world around. So really excited about that.
Yeah, you have some beautiful photographs. I remember we had an Adobe Education Summit in San Francisco where you took a lot of different photos. And where do you host a lot of your photography?
Yeah, so a lot of it is either on my website, educopilot.com, or I post on Instagram, on Twitter. And so I really love kind of capturing the event around me. One of the things I started years ago when I first started coming to ISTE is actually getting some dedicated time to go out and actually see the city. I think we go to so many conferences, yeah. We get an opportunity to be with educators, and oftentimes we're so consumed, we don't really get a chance to take some time to ourselves or take some time to be able to really see the environment around me or around us. So I think it's very important for us to make sure that we take that time. So that is something I'm looking forward to do before I head back home.
I completely agree with that. And I know we have a photo walk that's part of ISTE with my colleague Jesse Levinsky, being able to take photos around New Orleans. We have beignets after, so that'll be a lot of fun.
I will be ready.
Yeah, definitely. And I know, speaking of, you shared Express and the template that you just created. I know you've been using Express in other ways. So what are some of the ways that you've been seeing, whether it's in your own work with ISTE or teachers in the classroom using Adobe Express?
Yeah, so Adobe Express has been great to be able to quickly make any of the graphics that I may need, whether it's promoting. Actually, for the summit that we just hosted the first night, our invite was actually made in Adobe Express. It was great to be able to maybe notice that needs to be a tweak or something and be able to quickly jump back in to be able to do it, whether I was on a desktop or mobile. So that's been really great. But with students, some of the things I've always loved to be able to do is actually take the photos that may be captured and being able to organize them and share them in a really creative way inside of Adobe Express. I love being able to do that and taking a variety of photos and be able to tell a story. One of the projects I often share with educators is thinking through things like how do you tell a bigger story with multiple images, and how do you tell kind of your emotional journey through photography. And Adobe Express makes it really easy to be able to take all of those things that you've captured and bring them into kind of a cohesive story that you can share out with the world. So.
Yeah, that's really cool to see what you've created, and also students and teachers. I know last night at the event we had a big collage of all of the images that teachers have created, and makes it so easy even without any graphic design background. So
That's always that barrier, and
Yeah.
oftentimes it's, hey, I'm not a designer, I'm not an artist, but I think these types of tools really allow for anyone to start. And then oftentimes I love hearing, oh, I've created so much. Once I've gotten over that initial hurdle of trying and doing, it becomes really easy to be able to jump in and be able to do.
Yeah, and just giving yourself permission to fail too, and right, just trying and iterating along the way. So speaking of creativity and a lot of the work that you've been doing in Adobe Express, sometimes it's beyond the tools. So especially we've been focusing on creativity for all, and how creativity is so important for educators and students so that anybody can become a creator. And one of the pieces that we focused on a lot this week is the joy of creativity. So where do you find your joy in creativity, and what brings you joy in creativity?
Yeah, I think the ability to be able to tell the stories that are around us is one of the amazing gifts that creativity provides. It's one of the reasons I love doing things like street photography and being able to capture the world around, because oftentimes things that people may not notice because they're going about their day, photography or creativity allows me to be able to take a moment to pause and really take in the world around me. So one of the things I love doing at any conference that I go to is when I'm in a new city, getting an opportunity to go around and be able to capture the environment around me, whether it's someone walking along the streets and getting something to eat, or someone who's taking a break on the sidewalk and seeing the world just be able to kind of disappear as they're listening to music. These are all photos that I've captured, and I've really enjoyed that opportunity for me to be able to get a moment of just relaxation as I'm capturing the world around me, but also just to really be able to tell the story of the environment I'm in and really take it in. So.
Yeah, that's so impactful that people can see from your perspective and sharing those stories throughout all of your travels, even beyond conferences. So thank you so much for joining us today and sharing that. And if educators who are tuning in want to stay connected to you and some of the resources that EduCopilot or ISTE offers, what's the best way to stay in touch?
Yeah, so social media across the board, EduCopilot. Really easy to find. Website is educopilot.com, and then all the amazing work that ISTE is doing at iste.org. So.
Great. Well, thanks again, Al, for joining us. I'm looking forward to the rest of the conference, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Sounds great.